Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. I'm Tony King. Happy birthday to everybody who's watching this on their birthday. And so you should have just seen the example of what I'm trying to teach you today, and I made that yesterday afternoon. It's far from perfect in my opinion. Still looks pretty cool though, but you know, you get the point right. It is actually pretty straightforward, so just try to keep up. Okay, so first of all, that video contains 219 pictures from 58 different angles that go in a circle around me basically, and as you can see I do have chalk marks to tell me where to put my feet, and I've like little hash marks around this circle. It's not a perfect circle, but close to it. Okay, so you could just take 219 pictures from 58 different angles, or you can do 58 different videos. That's what I did, and I took videos because, well, first of all, I would like to, you know, have a little bit more options with my pose if I do it twice, or if it's better like a couple frames before or a couple frames after. So I did that just to try to stay more consistent, and I'm not super consistent of course, but you know, we've been over that. Okay, so this process is a bit time consuming. It did take an hour to do, but you know, it's worth it. And so basically with each take, you have to make sure your actor, yourself, or whoever's doing it is redoing their act as consistently as possible. Like, look how many shots I had. Since I had videos, I went ahead and I took 3 to 4 freeze frames from each shot. That is because at some point when I was actually punching, I didn't need anything in between, and so I only needed 3 shots. That's because I was also cloning. So yeah, of course my version involved a lot of cloning, so I went ahead and did all of that. Next, I had to sequence all of my images like so, and I made each one last 2 frames for the final product. It's going to look pretty wobbly on your first try unless you did it completely perfectly, which I doubt it. But normally I would say use warp stabilizer to stabilize your footage, but it's not going to work for this, especially because it's a bunch of pictures and you would have to pre-compose it. And going in a circle like this, it would not have the same effect of just making it smoother. It would have it would just look bad, okay? So here's how I did it. And I did it manually. I had a red solid just so that I could see it over everything else, and I placed it like towards the bottom, as you can see on the screen, and I lined up the base of my left foot for each shot with that. But then I also opened up the proportions, and I lined up the middle of my head with the middle of the actual composition, the shot, and of course I scaled it up so that it all fits into the actual shot. There's a reason why I'm not lining it up with my body. That's because my head is staying more stationary than my body in terms of proportions, because I'm going around the body. At some point you're looking at me sideways, and of course I'm much thinner sideways than I'm looking straight on, so it looks better if you center your head with this with this example. Once you make it one time through the full circle, of course everything should be sequenced already, or you don't have to sequence it first, but once I did that, I went ahead and copied the position value to the other versions, the other freeze frames from that angle, and I realized I'm not relining it up with the base of my foot and the middle of my head. That is because I'm moving. So then the complete circle would be a different, would just have different proportions going around, and would be a different circle going around, so it would look pretty messed up. And so that is why I'm keeping the same exact positioning for the shots, and really the background is staying the same, or should be staying the same. So there you go. Apart from that, I just did a little bit of color grading. It's not a very complicated effect. It's just a time-consuming one, that's for sure, but you know, it's very simple to do, and you can just do it with one camera. I did it with one camera. Of course, it took more time with one camera, but you know what? It looks good in the end, I think. It's not perfect, but it looks good. Okay, so if you like this video and like this different kind of tutorial, it's a little bit different from my other ones. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button. Maybe subscribe to my channel and make more videos like this if y'all like it. And I'm just going to make a whole bunch of different videos anyways. So subscribe to see those. And you know what? Without further ado, I'll see you on the other side. And yeah.